And it says we are live, so we must be live. We will wait just a few minutes for people to get over from the Ramsey Show over on the YouTube. It was a replay today due to it being July 5th. Ramsey Solutions, at least some of them, taking a long weekend. There's a replay Friday and a replay again today. But I have the nose to the grindstone, and I'm still here. And may not be many people in the chat. There wasn't many in the Ramsey Show chat either, so that's kind of to be expected. So we'll just see how it goes. Could be a short show today, and I get it. I don't wish ill upon anybody that's missed the show. Besides, everybody can always watch it later on the YouTubes. What up, Cindy? Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Thanks for all your support. Just wait another minute or so. Today is number 57, show 57. I forgot my drink. Oh well, I'll make do without it. I'll drink WD-40 instead. Fixed my squeaking chair. Figured out the problem with the squeaking chair. So this is the day. This is the watershed moment where you've heard a squeaky chair in my videos that I do here in my apartment, and then now it won't be squeaky. Not a good idea to drink WD-40, Cindy suggests, so I won't do that. I'll just suffer through until it's over. Alrighty, let's see. Get my notes out here. Alrighty, that's enough time. I guess this one's for you, Cindy. Have you seen a movie called, what was it called? White Chicks. This is our jam. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making a way through the crowd. And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. Live from Columbus, OH, it's the Ramsey Show Aftershow where we talk about the Ramsey Show, the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about since it's my show. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I am a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to coachstevemoney@gmail.com, as is in the top of the chat there. You can also reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And also at the top of the chat, if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, you can use the URL PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. Alrighty. Today's Ramsey Show hosts were Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruz on a replay from April 21st of this year. Dave talked about the pandemic and that some people had the pandemic as their never again moment and chose to start the baby steps. And some people were scared, but they didn't change anything. And now they're back to doing stupid butt stuff, as he calls it. Dave and Rachel also talked about inflation and the high oil prices in April. They've come down since then, but are now at a 3-year high. OPEC is planning to increase production, which should bring prices down a little bit, at least. But the United Arab Emirates, which is a country, I didn't know what it was. I knew it was a group of something, but it's a country. And they are holding things up because they want to improve their cut. So we'll see where that goes. Market report. Cindy knew someone from UAE. Right, apparently, and sometimes call it just the Emirates instead of the United Arab Emirates. Interesting. And I learned all that today, so it wasn't a total loss today. The markets were closed today as the government and banks and such have a day off, including me from my computer repair job, during the work week to observe the Independence Day holiday. All the major European indexes were up today, though, so it could be another good day for Wall Street tomorrow. What up, CP? Thank you for your support. That would be Chris Pittman. And you can contact him if you like my logo, YouTube chat logo, and my YouTube banner. They were designed by Mr. Pittman, and I will put his email address into the chat. It is designedbypittman, Pittman, at gmail.com, and you can get in touch with him if you have any kind of branding needs and so forth. He does hats and shirts and stuff. Chris Pittman is COVID negative. He's sick, but he has an ear and lung infection. Chris Pittman, would you rather have the COVID or the ear and lung infection? That's not fun to have both of those, definitely. But I'm assuming you'd rather have that than the COVID. Let's see. This article. Oh, did I not write where it was from? I didn't put down where it was from. Uh-oh. But let's see. It says, summer on Seneca Lake, the largest of the Finger Lakes in upstate New York, is usually a time of boating, fishing, and swimming, and wine tasting. But for many residents of this bucolic region, I meant to look that up. I don't know what bucolic means. Bucolic, bucolic region. There's a new activity this season, protesting a gas-fired power plant they say is polluting the air and heating the lake. The lake is so warm you feel like you're in a hot tub, said Abby Buddington, a homeowner in Dresden, New York, whose house is near the plant. The facility on the shores of Seneca Lake is owned by a private equity firm, Atlas Holdings, and operated by Green Ridge Generation, LLC. They have increased the electrical power output at the gas-fired plant in the past year and a half and used much of that fossil fuel energy not to keep the lights on in surrounding towns, but for the energy-intensive mining of Bitcoin. So they don't like it. Farm Lake, like Washington Courthouse, here in the OH. All righty. So that's the word of the day, bucolic. assuming I'm pronouncing it correctly. Ransomware hackers are at it again, this time claiming to have locked 1 million devices. Revil, which is capital R, capital E, VIL, I guess that's some kind of hacker group, began its spree Friday by compromising Kaseya, Kaseya, which is a software company that helps companies manage basic software updates. Since many of those customers are companies that manage internet services for other businesses, the number of victims grew quickly. Instead of locking an individual organization as ransomware gangs usually do, Revil this time locked each victim's computer as a standalone target and initially asked for $45,000 to unlock each specific one. President Joe Biden has directed the full resources of the government toward investigating the problem, he told reporters Sunday. Upcoming streams. So it went down from 3 streams planned for today to just this one. First, my board game designer friend Stephen Glenn postponed board gaming with Stephen Glenn. Actually, we're playing no board involved. We're playing an NFL dice game called Pay Dirt, and that has been moved to Friday. And we are currently in the second quarter of a game, and the score is tied at 7. What he did was he took there's charge for each NFL team from every single year, and he took the 83 Washington team and the 83 Miami team, who could have played in the Super Bowl that year. They had been in it the previous year. And then the Dolphins drafted Dan Marino, and then the Dolphins lost in the first round in 83, and Washington got annihilated by the Los Vegas Raiders, 38-9. So we are reimagining that, playing that. And Bella postponed our father-daughter video gaming stream until we're going to try it tomorrow at noon. So penciled in for tomorrow at noon. Bella and I will continue playing It Takes Two, and that will be in video number 13, and we're probably still looking at least 2 more episodes to finish it. At least 2. It's a very, very long game, and of course, it doesn't help when I screwed up a checkpoint save the other day, and so we had to replay about. It wasn't that much. It was like 15 minutes of stuff to get back to where we were. I will usually start a live stream just for chatting if the Ramsey Show mod has not posted that day's show by 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as was the case the past 3 weekdays. Normally, that is up by 10 a.m. Eastern Time, though. But I will do that so we have a place to chat. And previous episodes of all of my streams are on the Coach Steve Money YouTube channel in their individual playlists. Please like them and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that way you are notified when I'm streaming, because you don't want to miss that. Let's see. From our field reporter, Sydney, she found this article. This is on businessinsider.com. How many bank accounts should you have? An expert says 4 is the magic number. Expert recommends having 4 bank accounts for budgeting and building wealth. She says open 2 checking accounts, 1 for bills and 1 for spending money. Oh, spending money, not for spending money. It's all about the inflection. Spending money. Interesting. 1 for bills and 1 for spending money. I just have 1. Have a savings account for your emergency fund, then a second account for other savings goals. My emergency fund is just $7,000. I should have it probably in a money market account to get I think it's 0.5% interest now a year on those, on the money market / high yield savings accounts. So I should do that to get something out of it, but I have not yet. Let's see. It says it just goes into the. She says there's really a 4-bucket system. Those buckets are checking, savings. Oh, well, I have a savings account for your emergency fund and then a second account for other savings goals. So just to separate it, I guess it's to make sure that you don't do any, it's, I guess, an envelope system basically for your checking, your spending money, and emergency fund, and then saving for other goals like sinking funds and such. So the checking account for bills, so first set up the checking account to pay your bills. It's for housing, utilities, insurance, your car loan, any bill you have to pay. She recommended that you do not get a debit card for this account. That way you won't be tempted to spend your bills money on other things. That's smart if you don't have that kind of what's that called when you stick to it? Discipline. Forgot the word discipline. If you don't have the discipline and you need to do that, that's like I said, basically an envelope system to make it more difficult for you to do that. You can still get the money out of there, but without a debit card for it, makes it a lot harder. So the other checking account is for other expenses, everything other than your bills, entertainment, meals at restaurants, gifts for friends and family. Get a debit card for that account because since it's primarily for spending, that second checking account. And then the savings account for the emergency fund. Emergency fund is money used only when the unexpected happens. Maybe you lose your job, car breaks down, receive a huge hospital bill. You only touch this money if there is an emergency. So that sounds familiar, doesn't it? So most experts recommend setting aside 3 to 6 months of necessary expenses in your emergency fund. Now it says necessary. Dave doesn't include, Dave just says expenses. I guess that way that includes your like entertainment subscriptions, like your Netflix and so forth, so you continue to live in the manner that you're accustomed to, I guess, while you're in emergency mode. But or just because that also raises the amount that's in there, and if you don't just do necessary expenses. The rule of thumb is that you should have 6 months expenses if you're a 1-income household and 3 months in a 2-income household. That is not the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb is, well, that's her rule of thumb. The Ramsey rule of thumb is if you have no volatility in your life or your job, 3 months is fine. 6 months is fine. Also, if you'd rather just have more cushion, if you have that safety gland. And the second savings account would be for the other goals, like to buy a car, make a down payment on a home, or go on vacation. If you use a bank that makes it easy to save for separate goals, you could even create individual savings buckets. So how to manage those 4 bank accounts. You figure out what your paycheck split should be. Her example is you put 35 of the paycheck into bills, checking account, 20% into the spending checking account, 20% into your emergency fund savings account, and then 15% in your second savings account, which is for the sinking funds when you're saving up for particular things. Alrighty. What up, Ellie? What up, Sid? Thanks for joining me. Slow day today. Appreciate you guys coming by. Ellie has hubbies. She didn't say hubby. I said hubby that time. I think she has said hubby in her day, or hubs. But she says his spend, her spend, kids commission, fully funded emergency, holiday, kids college, and I can't remember what the other one is. Oh yeah, bills, she said. Cindy heard somebody in the store rant today because his debit card number got stolen. He was blaming the store. Well, it's got to be somebody's fault. Definitely not his own. Ellie just counted. They have 10 accounts. 3, they don't use it because they're sinking funds, right? So, I mean, basically, as long as you can keep track of it and whatever keeps you disciplined, helps with your discipline if you need help with your discipline. It's a hard word for me today, apparently. Fully funded emergency fund might include cable money, but not cable subscription. Right. That's what I was saying, Cindy. Just to you include those just to get the number up there, and then if you do run an emergency, maybe you cancel the cable. Now, our pal Famous from the Ramsey chat would tell you to go ahead and cancel the cable. But yeah. Ellie has found that having a dedicated spending Visa debit card helps with stress when your debit card number gets stolen. Yes. Cindy just uses cash on the barrelhead. On the barrelhead, not battle. I don't know. Don't know where that came from. Ellie, it says like she wrote this article. It was on Business Insider. You can check to see if it's you. I don't think it's you, though. Sydney's tea cakes came out okay, but she did have one casualty. There's always going to be, some have to take one for the team there, Sid. Sid says the fault of the theft lies with the thief. The dark web is a thing, and there's only so much we can do. All righty. Ellie suggests for anyone with kids, there is a savings account with a debit called Busy Kids, and they have where the kids can divide their commission with giving, saving, spending. CP says, have a good day, all. I believe that means he is out. He's bouncing baby out the door, I believe. And that was a song, I want to say, in the 90s. Maybe I'll do that one day. I definitely don't remember the verses to that. All righty, so where are we at? 23 minutes. All right, so I have it written in my show notes that get copied. What I do is I make a copy of the previous day's notes and then just change it. And so, oh yeah, that's right, CP. No problem, sir. No problem, sir. I understand. You get well. Get well. Do what the doc tells you on those infections, sir. Absolutely. Get well. I'll make a copy of the previous day's notes and then just delete the specific items that I did the previous day and then fill them in with new things. Never enough, though, apparently. But so it's in there now. So we should be having an Ohio fact of the day. And today's fact is going to be... Oh, we should have done this on. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Hang On Sloopy is the official state rock song. And it goes, hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on, like that. And I want to say late 50s, early 60s. Alrighty, so that's the Ohio fact of the day. Alrighty, so probably will be a short one today. Let's see. Ellie says the busy kids thing also has parent control to check if the kids did their chores. Interesting. Is that from with a particular bank, Ellie? Or a particular organization that offers that busy kids thing? Cindy asks, has Dave ever discussed the Dave app by Mark Cuban? Not that I know of. What is it? Is it Dave Ramsey inspired? Or is it something completely different? I guess I could look it up. Because we are on a little bit of a delay, a little bit. Dave app. Hey, Banking for Humans. Meet the banking app. Is backed by, That's not is that the thing that Dave is, is that the thing that Ramsey Solutions is offering? Oh, it has nothing to do with it? Okay. Cheap version of Payday Lender. Oh, right, then we're out. Yeah, short loan out. Alrighty. Yeah. Ramsey Solution is doing some kind of banking, though. A banking type of thing. I don't think there's been a huge announcement on it yet, but they are doing something where they're having their own bank, and I'm assuming lower fees for everything or no fees for stuff, I would imagine. But I cannot recall that. If I remember, I'll put it in my show notes so I get it tomorrow to have more information on that. Ramsey Solutions. Banking. Alrighty. Yeah, Dave Ramsey will probably not make a Dave app since he's trying to go more Ramsey in the name, and so it's not just him thinking about the future. Right. Yes, it says now, especially since he's pulled his first name off everything that's not a book. Yep. So we'll see what's going on with that. And I guess we will call it a show. Ellie's said, hold on, she'll get the name of that institution that offers the busy kids savings account with a debit card for busy kids. There was what was that? Oh, for the new when they first came out with the pump soap, where it said for messy children. For messy children. Dennis Miller had a joke about that. He did a thing about it with the pump joke for messy children. Hey, if your kid can't get bar soap together, maybe hold them back a grade. You wet it, you wipe it, good night. Funny stuff. That's back in the day. Instead of leaving to cook, I'm going to cook after we leave. What's that mean, Sid? Or do you mean the stream? Yes, we're just wasting time now until any better? Oh, I know what was happening. It's trying to. Yeah, it's better with the light. Sorry about that. Should have that light on. No, it's still trying to do it. It's too many things in the picture. It's trying to focus on too much stuff. It's still moving. Cindy looked at the Red Lobster menu. She said she had never been there. I suggested she treat herself. Treat yourself. It's from Parks and Rec. Creation. She looked at the Red Lobster menu. Expensive, even with specials. Yeah. You know, I haven't been there in forever, so. Oh, Sydney says how some people, not to name any names, AJ, leave the stream to cook dinner. She's waiting until the stream ends, and then she's going to cook. Thank you for working your life around my stream, Sydney. I appreciate it. And that's all I'm asking of anybody, is for you to just work your life around my streams. Thanks. Ellie says, Busy Kids is backed by a bank in Oklahoma. She'd have to look it up, the bank, because you can't remember the name of it. We've used it for 4 years so far and love it. All righty. It's Stride Bank, according to Sid. So if Sid's crack Googling research is correct, that would be Stride Bank. Ellie perhaps will confirm by remembering the name of Stride Bank. And she agrees. And they have a nice little jingle about take it in stride, take your money in stride. All right. I'm always closing, folks. Always be closing. All righty. I guess we can let Sid go cook food. What are you making there, Sid? Now I gotta wait to see what she's making. Just be a couple more seconds. While she's typing that, CoachDMoney@gmail.com. You can email me for a free financial coaching consultation assessment, or if you have any questions about anything, really, I'll answer them probably. Instagram and Twitter, still haven't done much on there, yes, but just so you know, Coach D Money, no spaces on both of those. And Monday mac and cheese is what she's making. And if you'd like to donate to this channel to make it better, I'll try to work on having the camera in a spot where it doesn't try to keep focusing on different things. And it looks like it's like going in and out a little bit. Okay. No jokes there. If you want to donate to the channel so I can make it better, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money is the URL you can use, or you can just log into PayPal and click, send money, and then enter in my email address, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com, and put in the amount and hit send. So there you go. And as always, from all of us here at Coach Steve Money Enterprises, make smart financial decisions every day. See you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.